Hi again. This is Hydraulic Lab 1 Part 3 experiment. So what we see here is a flow meter rig. So it's a configuration of 3 devices. Venturi meter down here. In the middle this is volumetric area, and at the top is orifice plate. So as you can see, these manometer tubes are connected to these devices. So for example, 1, 2, 3 are connected to venturi meter, represent these 3 manometer tube. 1 and 2 show the pressure difference between venturi meter from where the water enters to venturi all the way to the neck. And tube 1 and 3, these two represents the total head loss within venturi meter. The same concept applied to orifice plate at the top. So manometer 6, 7, 8, these 3 represent the orifice plate. 6 and 7 show the pressure difference between the orifice plate, and 6 and 8 show the total head loss within the orifice plate. The middle two, 4 and 5, stands for pressure difference between volumetric area. Because in volumetric area there is no change in area or diameter, the only head loss is due to water travel between cross-sectional area 1 and 2. So water tires when moves from A to B, and that's the head loss which is reflects in these 2 manometers, 4 and 5. So what happens here, we are going to measure or set the discharge for different ranges, as I can show here, for different set of discharge, starting from the lower possible minimum flow rate possible in terms of liter per minute of 3, move to 4, 8, 12, gradually increasing to 16, and the maximum possible of 20. And measuring these manometer tubes from H1, H2 all the way to the last column, H8, and those numbers are all in millimeters. So as you can see here, this is volumetric area, and the numbers starts from minimum possible of 2 or 3 liter per minute all the way up to the maximum possible of water pressure of 20 liter, maximum flow rate of 20 liter per minute. This is manometer board, and the numbers are in millimeters. Down here is venturi meter, and up here is orifice plate. This is our controlling valve for regulating flow rate and gradually increase it. This is the tank and pump configuration, which we are going to read the volume once we are starting the pump. So here I'm going to start the pump, and control it with the volumetric with the control valve. you can see the circulation of water inside to the flow meter rig. I just want to adjust the flow rate. For example, assume I want to set the flow rate on 16. So I'm gradually increasing the flow. And set the lower lip of the device on 16. As you can see, it's almost there. And start reading the manometer values. So for example, if I want to read the very first one, it's something like 340, less than 40, it's between 320, 330, 340. So it's 335, almost 30, 37, 337, 338, 338 millimeters for the first one. For measuring this, and for this flow rate, we are just jotting down all these numbers from 1 to 8. This is representing the head for those area. Here you can see if you want to fill the tank. Now you can see the water is into the water level in the tank is increasing. And as you can see here in the board, you are going to reach the same amount of water as we said there. I'm letting the tank drain and coming back to a little bit decreasing the flow rate. For example, this time I'm going to set the flow rate on 12. Again, reading the manometer board for each of those manometers. Thank you guys, and these 3 sessions were covering the flow meter lab completely. See you next time. Goodbye.